Hello, my friends. This is the I from Ziggy and I. And I'm coming to you on my brand new iPhone. Ashley and my son, my kids, got it for me for my birthday. That made me feel good. Stuff like that goes on. Ziggy and I came home a little early this week. We weren't supposed to be leaving until Saturday. But we left Thanksgiving. A big old blizzard going on up there. And I didn't want the bridge to shut down. We couldn't get through there until, Monday? Because they're having a snow emergency there for 2 more days. Let me tell you, it was hectic as heck. Driving in that stuff. I was saying, Ziggy, I'm driving. Ziggy, don't look, little buddy, don't look. He was nestled back in the back of his house. He wasn't looking, believe me. Poor little thing didn't eat for 10 hours. What the fuck, we're going down and anyways, we made it home about 4 this morning. We've been driving since, like yesterday afternoon. Shars opened up the restaurant out there so we could get a little breakfast before we left. It was closed for Thanksgiving. But you two come down here, me and my buddy. We'll take care of you. I watched a little Sarasota Tim tonight. He's going to be grateful for his subscribers. He's bragging about his 170,000, which he's only got 65. How he runs into them and shit. Well, picture this. I got 585 subscribers. I ran into a lady the other night because I ordered a pizza in the morning at Char's. It's pizza night on Wednesday at this little diner. She goes, you can put it in now, Bobby. And I said, yeah, I'll put mine in now. Then I'm out in the woods, I'm thinking, if I get a deer, I won't be able to be there by 7 when they close. But anyways, that's all beside the point. That didn't happen or whatever. So I go in there to pick my pizza up. And this lady's sitting there at a table right there by the cash register where we always sit. Me and my buddy and the locals right there. Because we hang right with the people there. Because they all know us. It's cool as hell. We're like one of them. So I'm sitting there and she goes, are you a YouTuber? And I says, am I a YouTuber? She goes, yeah, popular YouTuber? And I goes, no, I know popular YouTuber. But yeah, and she pulls up on her phone, Ziggy and I. I'm thinking, oh, no shit, where you live at? And she told me where she lives. She lives just right down from my cabin, and I didn't even know this. She didn't know me either that I was down there. And she goes, yeah, I watch you all the time. I've been watching you for a couple summers now. I said, no shit. Well, that made me feel good. She's showing me a video about when I had the hat on that time and all this. She goes, yeah, and she goes, I didn't know you were up here. And she goes, I knew you were in the UP somewhere, but I didn't know you were here. And I goes, well, yeah, here I am. What the fuck? But anyways, I said, do you know me from Sarasota Tim or what? She goes, Sarasota Tim? And I goes, yeah, Sarasota Tim. That grifter guy. She goes, no, I don't know who he is. And I goes, well, good, then you don't need to. And so I get home today and stuff, and my son's he calls me up early this morning because I called him at 10:30 last night and I said, son, we're on the road. And he goes, Dad, it's terrible out there all the way to base. I know. Well, I don't get in until like 4 in the morning. So I get to bed about 6 in the morning because I had to shower. I didn't clean my truck, nothing. I didn't take nothing out. I brought Ziggy in. He was happy as hell to be on dry land because we've been surfing through the UP and halfway through the Lower Peninsula. And so, today I was busy, unloading my truck, and I got plants out in the back room that I was supposed to take out and put in the spare bedroom before I left. I don't want them freezing out there. I didn't do it. Well, Ashley, my daughter-in-law, which is the coolest daughter-in-law anybody could ever have. I'm so glad they met each other. But you know how that goes. She was feeding my fish while I was gone. She goes to school here in town, so she stopped by 3 days a week to feed the fish. Because I was going to be gone 2 weeks. I used to let the other fish be, until I got back 8 days, but I couldn't do that for 2 weeks. So she's feeding the fish. Well, my son calls me up this morning, I don't know, 9 o'clock, something. I hadn't had no sleep. I hadn't had no sleep the night before I left because that was pizza night, and I stayed up and drank a few beers, of course, after everybody's in their cabins and shit. I'm in Ziggy and I was kicking back with the pizza and having a few beers and shit, and I was up to like 2 or 3 in the morning. Then I'm hearing about this big winter storm coming. So I don't sleep. I'm thinking about this big winter storm coming. My shit's out in the woods. My buddy's shit's out in the woods. I get up at 9 something in the morning. Barely had any sleep. I said, Kenny, we might not want to wait till Saturday. We might need to leave today. And he goes, today? I ain't scared of no fucking winter storm. I goes, I'm not either, as long as we're up here. But we gotta get across that bridge. I have to be to work Monday, and so does he. He'd been up there for almost 3 weeks. I only was up there 2 weeks. He goes, maybe you're right, Bobby. And this is the kind of guy that he acts like that shit don't bother him. Well, it don't bother me either, as long as you're there. I don't really care to go through that. I know how hard it is, I've seen it a million times. When that bridge shuts down, you're at their will until it opens up. How many rooms you think you get in Mackinac when the bridge is shut down? Anything that's there is gone. You don't get no rooms. I'm thinking, I can't have Ziggy and me sitting out in the truck all night. I got to keep that little pig warm. So he says, okay. So I goes, we're going to have to skip breakfast. Now he's the one that asked these people if they'd open it for us that day on Thanksgiving. He goes, because we ain't got nothing to eat. We would have had something to eat, but we always go there for breakfast. And they said, yeah, they would. Well, I'm out in the woods getting my shit up, and I get a phone call, because I had my phone on this time, because I'm not out there hunting, so I didn't care. I answered it. What's up? He goes, they got the grill going. They're expecting us to be here to eat. I goes, you there now? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, order me a sausage skillet. I'll be up there in about a half hour. He goes, you ain't going to be here in no half hour. You're getting all your shit. I'll be there. I'll call you when I get out get back to my truck and shit. Get back to my truck, take off, heading down there. We get down there and we eat. Now, the Lions are going to play at 12:30. That was our plans for that day. Not go home and get our shit out and all that. We're going to sit at the Lions game. He don't drink no beer, but I was going to have a couple beers, cook some dinner that day. We were going to watch the Lions. That was Thanksgiving Day. Now the plans have changed. We're watching no Lions. We're getting ready to go. Now, he's got so much shit, way more than I did, and it took me about 3 hours. We get out of there about 2 o'clock that day. We're all night long. Like I said, I'm going down the road, Ziggy. No. He wasn't sticking his head out anyways. He's nestled into his but I talked to him the whole way. Oh my gosh, and we're just getting into all this shit. We get home, and today I'm watching Sarasota Tim after all that shit happened. My son's working on my phone all day long, but if there's anybody else that's gonna make sure it's right, that's my son. So I watched Sarasota Tim tonight, and he's comparing himself to Jesus. You're gonna haul some shit down to the thing, but he didn't put it on. He just talked about it. I said, well, Jesus wouldn't have talked about it. He just showed him hauling shit down in his little tanks and shit, you know, and he's gonna haul this shit down there. I guess that shit with that's something that I'd like to see. You'd probably get a lot of views. Be straight out of your ass, you know. Get it? He never showed it, he just talked about it. Talked about these subscribers and how grateful he was. These people using his name for views. Well, hell yeah. I'll use your name for a view, bitch. If you're gonna haul shit down, I'm talking about it. Because we want to see that. That's shit that we want to see. Not you hanging up there on the asphalt cooking a stupid, whatever the hell you cooked, that chicken you flipped 52 times yesterday. He didn't even know how to cook. I tell you what, I know how to cook. But I'd like to see that. And so when I come home and I find out that Ashley cleaned my house, my son's calling me up this morning, are we going to get this phone changed around? I'm all freaked out. He goes, Dad, if I ever let you down? I said, no. And I said, yeah, I'm about to be 64 tomorrow, buddy. I'm old as shit. And he goes, Dad, you've been old as shit. And I go, it kind of made me laugh. I go, yeah, you're right. He goes, but don't change because we like that. We like you the way you are. Well, that made me feel good. So after that's all been done, I did get a few things done. I still got some shit to put away tomorrow in the basement. But my house is spotless, immaculate. I didn't bring a bunch of shit up in here. I've been doing, working on washing my laundry. I got my blind set up down there. It's already dry. It's getting ready to get put away and stuff. But let me show you. I ain't been doing the low carb thing up there, of course. Granny says, you lost your ass over all that low carb shit. And I goes, well, I found it this week. I was telling her that the other day when she called me up there. Well, look what I got going. Now that's a steak. That is a steak. Look at that. I ain't got my tomatoes. But look at this, how Ashley cleans my shit up. She's got it looking good. Ziggy's in there zonked right the hell out, but she does it up right, I mean, she takes good care of me, and I love my family. You see my grandkids this weekend, and I'm going to be just putting around till I got to go to work on Monday. So I'll be back to work. Don't worry about that. Oh, and I said, Ashley, did you take the shit bucket out? And she goes, the shit bucket? And I goes, yeah. Got that shit bucket and you got to haul it down the road and dump it. And she goes, what are you talking about? I goes, well, Sarasota Tim's got one and he hauls it down and says he has fun doing it. She goes, what do you mean he has fun? I goes, that's what he said on the video. He has fun doing it. He's fun doing it. Well, Sarasota Tim, you keep hauling your shit and hanging out with the Almighty, comparing yourself to him. And I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do what I do, Sarasota Tim. You do what you do and I do me. I guarantee it. I'm having a little bit more fun than you are. I promise you. You're over there with Appleseed and JV and Yin Yang and all that shit. Go ahead. I don't care. And if you're doxing Carl, more power to you, because Carl will fuck your day up. I guarantee that too. You don't underestimate old Carl. I promise you that, Sarasota Tim. So this is the I from Ziggy and I. And I'm out of here.